Hey, welcome back to my channel, Duct Tape Mechanic, and in this video I'm going to show you how to fix a Speed Queen top load washing machine that's not filling with water. So if you find this video to be helpful, make sure you subscribe to my channel for more DIY and tinkering videos. So here is the washing machine in question. It's a Speed Queen top load washer. This video is going to be pretty much applicable to any sort of Speed Queen washing machine made from 2010 and above, or 2010 and newer I should say. This particular one is a Speed Queen TC5, as you can see in the product code right there. A very popular machine, a great machine. But basically what's happening is, and I'll show this in the next clip, is once you start the cycle, it begins to agitate or wash the clothes a few seconds after that, but it never actually adds the water. So it's a kind of a weird issue that it took me a while to figure out, because a lot of the times these sort of issues are related to the pressure sensors or the pressure switch, or the valves actually, but in this case it's not. So I'm going to show you how to fix this thing so you can get it up and going. Alright, so here's basically what's happening. We go and we just pick whatever settings we want, doesn't matter which ones, and we start a cycle. When we do that, it actually doesn't add the water, and it'll straight just go to agitating the clothes. And everything sounds normal, but when you actually open this up, you realize there's actually no water in there, and it's just beginning to agitate without water. So let's go ahead and fix that issue. Now that we've seen kind of what's going on with the machine, the very first thing we're going to do is we're going to unplug the machine right there, and then we're going to come back to the back panel right here and undo these 3 screws back here. Now your screws may be a little bit different. The previous owner of this machine took these screws off and then they didn't put them back, so I had to put them back myself, but they should be just 5/16 inch screws. So 1, 2, and 3 right there. After removing those 3 screws, we can go ahead and take off these knobs right here. To take them off is really simple. All you gotta do is just pull them right off. We should be able to just flip the panel forward like so. Surprisingly, this issue itself is caused by this bad board right here. It's kind of a, if you work on washers, it's kind of a weird cause for the water not to fill, because most of the time that, like I said, it has to do with the pressure switch, which I did, replace while I was troubleshooting this. So I've already done the hard parts of this troubleshooting, where I tested the valves and I replaced the sensor, and I concluded that this issue is caused by this interface panel board right here, because if you look carefully, this is where that pressure sensor is actually plugged into. It's right there. So anyways, we'll be replacing this board right here, and so to do that, all we got to do is unhook these 2 connectors, then take off these screws right here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All 5 of those are 5/16 inch screws, and we'll also have to take these 2, which are just T10, I believe, star bit screws right here. You just want to be careful that the black ones are kind of towards the right of the board. So there's, even though these 5 are 5/16, there are 2 of them that are black, and they're a little bit different length. Anyways, we're going to go ahead and unplug these connectors and take off all of those screws. T15 star bit, not a T10. You've got those 7 screws undone. You can just lift up the panel right there and get that out of there. But you just want to make sure that when you do that, you don't accidentally misplace these foam pieces right here. They should be inserted into these buttons right here, these switches right here, but sometimes they can come up with the panel itself. When I was doing this by myself, or before shooting the video, I took off the old board, this one right here, and this one was kind of stuck to this right here, and I didn't realize that. So when I installed the new one, it wouldn't start, because this is actually what helps press the button right there. But anyways, you want to make sure that those are still seated inside those holders right there. So there should be 1 and 2. So to get a replacement board, I will be providing a link, and it should pop up around now in the video. So you can just click on that pop-up and purchase one of these interface panels or interface boards. I'll also make it so it's also linked in the description of this video. You just want to make sure that the part number matches up with the part number you've pulled out of your machine. So it should be part number 205214. The version number doesn't really matter, but I will be trying to provide a link to the part from a reputable dealer, priced at a very good price. All right, so to install it is really simple. We're just going to go ahead and put it back onto the console right here. You just want to make sure you match up the buttons right here, or for the various selections of the cycle, to the holes right here, and then after that, we're going to put all the screws back and plug in the connectors. After that, we're going to go ahead and just reposition the console right here. I'm going to go ahead and push on the knobs. Just be careful. They have a flat surface right here, and that should line up with the flat surface of the shaft. All right, so the next thing we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and plug in the machine, and then just start a cycle. And just like that, we are beginning to hear the water go in. Look at that. All right, so once again, I can hear it agitating. And this time, I'm pretty certain that when I open this, there'll be water in there. And look at that. That is how you fix a Speed Queen washing machine that is not adding water. So if you found this video to be helpful, make sure you hit the thumbs up sign.